I'm really tired right now. I have 3 children, 8 months, 3 years, and 36 years old. I'm constantly cleaning up, and it never ends. The last time my house was clean was when I lived by myself. And the messed up part is I can't even deal with other people cleaning my house because, like, the cleaning services, they just kind of, I don't know, my mom called it smear cleaning. Just kind of wipe things down. It's like when they mop, they don't actually use the mop. They just do that thing that pushes it's kind of wet and pushes dirt around. I don't like that. So here we are. And it's pretty cold today. Cold for Miami, that is. I know everywhere else has been getting snow. All my siblings have sent pictures in our group chat about snow here and snow there. It's just a little chilly here. I actually went out yesterday to go grocery shopping. Yes, I go grocery shopping at 8 p.m. because that's the only time I can do it without children. And I wore like this sweatshirt thing, and I was kind of hot, so maybe it's not that chilly. And nobody else was wearing anything. I felt overdressed. I was wearing sweats and a sweatshirt. In other news, we are on day 7 of the Whole30. One of the reasons why I'm so tired, because it is constant cooking. It's good because I'm definitely pushing myself as a cook, but I'm also just, every meal you prepare, you don't realize how much you rely on packaged food or pre-prepared food until you try to cut most of it out. So hopefully we're over the edge of most of the negative consequences. In another week or week and a half, we'll start seeing some positive benefits of doing the program. I've been wanting to do it for years. I actually bought the original not the new Whole30. I didn't actually got that one from the library, and I didn't love the edits that the author made to it. But I got the new Whole30, or I'm doing the Whole30, the one that was published in the 2010s, and I think I bought that book 2 or 3 years ago, and then finally last year, right before my son was born, made the commitment to do it this January, and look at me, I've actually stood on my word, so that's great. Anyway, we started on January 6th, and have been going since. So I wanted to do it just because I was interested. A couple of my friends had done it in the past. My son is gagging on something right now, so that's what that coughing is, but he's not alone. I'm not just leaving him to fend for himself. My husband's kind of watching him. I lost my train of thought. That happens a lot, so sorry. Wanted to do a Whole30 for a while because my A1C is a little elevated. I'm within a healthy weight range, but My A1C is elevated. My family has struggled with sugar addiction and obesity, and I do know that I struggle with sweets, and so I just wanted to try something different. And then in comes my son, who feels like all the allergies, and so it's making me think about food a little bit differently. He has dairy, egg, and peanut allergy. So in the Whole30, there's no dairy and no legumes, which includes peanuts. Lots of eggs though, so hopefully he outgrows that. But just thinking about my kids and the life I want them to have, and their health, that's some of the reasons why I decided to do the Whole30, and I'm pushing through, even though it is actually pretty brutal, just the amount of work. I don't know how people who have a job do this. I mean, my job is taking care of my kids. I'm a full-time stay-at-home mom. So there's that. It's not like that's not important. It's probably the hardest job I've ever worked, and I taught for like 10 years in some not stellar schools at that. But this is definitely harder because you don't get a break. I am infinitely happy that I was laid off about 18 months ago, and we had the financial situation that I was able to stay home. Because now, instead of spending so much cognitive space on work, which was a little fulfilling, but not that much, I have so much more patience and time and energy to spend on just making sure my family is good. But so that's why we're doing the Whole30, and hopefully some good data will come out about it. Some good information about myself, and I've been chatting with friends and family members about it, and they're like, you sound crazy, but I do wish that everyone had their best health possible. And as we're seeing increasingly, food is what's bringing a lot of people down. So we want to break that negative cycle if we can. You know, I tried to give my daughter a healthy cupcake for her birthday, and the grandparents laughed at me. She didn't like it. I think she didn't like it because it was dark chocolate, honestly, because they didn't have the regular Hershey's. But it was low sugar, had like a third of the sugar that normal cupcakes have, and then the icing was made with Greek yogurt. It actually tasted pretty good, but you know, little kids don't like bitter things, and so is dark chocolate. So I'll have to rethink next year what we do. Maybe we'll do this cooking blog was great. I think it's called Yummy Toddler. I can put the link in, but she has a lot of recipes with lower sugar and healthier alternatives for young kids. So unfortunately, my daughter didn't like it, and my in-laws were kind of laughing like, ugh, why did you try to give her that? It's her birthday. But I want to do what's best for her long term, and her birthday is during the holiday season, so we're already having a lot of treats. We have a ton of friends with birthdays around this time, and so she's had the super sugary cupcake. You know what she ended up just having on her birthday? A small bowl of ice cream of Haagen-Dazs, which is actually a pretty good brand as far as additives and stuff. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I did not like that they were so negative about the choice that I decided to make for my baby. I could criticize a lot of the choices that they make, and I choose not to do that. But that doesn't feel good to not be supported when you're trying to do right by your kid and you're trying to make sure that they have a healthy, wholesome lifestyle. It's not like I denied her cake or anything, or I really deny her snacks. Like I said, if we went to a birthday party, you can have the cake at the birthday party. You can have that, but it's just not what we do regularly in our home. We don't have dessert every day. We don't have fresh baked cookies all the time. That is an experience that my kids will have and can have, but it's not our norm because we want to dissociate food from rewards, and we want to make sure first and foremost the kids are having wholesome and healthy food. So I'm not, I don't know, want to say making my daughter do the Whole30. She still has her whole milk. She still has cheese and grains. But what I am doing is reducing the amount of processed foods that I give her. So no longer giving her, I used to get her the Kodiak little Bear graham crackers. They have 6 grams of sugar, I think, or 6 or 8 grams of sugar per serving, so they're not terrible. But we haven't been having those, and replacing it with alternatives like beef sticks and cheese and fresh fruit as snacks instead of something that's just pure carbs, even if it's whole grains. I don't know if I'm making sense at all. So I'm rambling, but that's just where I'm at. Another thing is tomorrow my daughter's starting swim lessons, and we're doing the infant safety rescue, so I'm a little apprehensive because for a few reasons. One, because it's daily, it's a lot. So every day for 15 minutes she's going to be getting in the pool, working on some skills. I'm not exactly sure which track she'll be on, if she'll be just learning how to float or she'll be learning how to swim in this intensive course. But it's every day, Monday through Friday, for 5 to 6 weeks. So that is a huge time commitment. My son has struggled with sleep, and so it's smack dab in the middle of his first nap time. That's my fault. I wanted to pick a morning time because afternoons are tough for us, but now I feel like I'm going to be feeling the consequences in more disrupted sleep, and I'm not looking forward to that. I am looking forward to her being comfortable and confident in the water and being able to self-rescue if she, let's say, falls into a pool or falls into off of a boat or any of those things. We live in Florida, so a lot of people have pools, lots of bodies of water. And so that's kind of something to think about. Just making sure a kid has the tools that she can rescue herself and not drown. Drowning is unfortunately the cause, a pretty significant cause of death. I have to look up the numbers. Oh, hello, darling. Oh, come off the video, please. Thank you. So I think that's my cue to wrap it up, and I will try to make something else tomorrow.